Subramanian, Chairperson, National Human Rights Commission. Honorable Dr. Justice Vidyut Ranjan Sarangi, Member NHRC. Srimati Vijaya Bharti Sayani, Honorable Member NHRC. Respected Shri Bharat Lal, Secretary General NHRC. And Ms. Areti Siani, UN Resident Coordinator in India. We also extend a very hearty welcome to all the guests and participants. Human Rights Day marks the anniversary of the UN's adoption of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights in 1948, a pivotal document that serves as the bedrock for global human rights. This day isn't just a date, it is a call to action, a reminder of shared values, and a commitment to building a world where justice and peace prevail. तो आइए आज हम फिर अपने आप को पुनः समर्पित करें मानवाधिकार की लॉ को दोनों हाथों से संजोने के लिए. I now request Secretary General, National Human Rights Commission, respected Shri Bharat Lal, to kindly deliver welcome address.
Good morning to all of you. Namaskar. On behalf of the National Human Rights Commission, India, it is my privilege to extend a very warm welcome to each one of you as we gather here to celebrate Human Rights Day. We are deeply honored by the gracious presence of the Honorable President of India, Srimati Droupadi Murmu. Madam President, thank you for joining us today. Your presence underscores the nation's collective commitment to protecting the dignity, freedom, and rights of every individual. Honorable President, Srimati Droupadi Murmu life is a remarkable reflection of India's spirit and our civilizational values. Born into a humble tribal family in rural Odisha, she experienced the aspirations and struggles of communities at the margins. These lived experiences shaped a lifelong dedication to justice, compassion, and equal opportunity to all. From her early years as a school teacher to her distinguished public service in Odisha, she championed improving the life and dignity of people by focusing on rural development, education, women empowerment, and the rights of tribal communities with exceptional sensitivity. As Governor of Jharkhand, she upheld constitutional morality with integrity and courage. Now, as President of India, she continues to guide the nation with a clear moral compass, reminding us that human rights are not abstract principles, but everyday lived experiences of people and duties of each one of us that strengthen the fabric of our democracy. Thank you, Madam President. I extend a warm welcome to the Chairperson of the National Human Rights Commission, Justice Veerama Subramanian. His distinguished judicial career and a steadfast commitment to constitutional and moral values continues to steer the Commission with clarity and resolve. His guidance and leadership at the NHRC have been shaping the human rights discourse. I also welcome the honorable members of the Commission, Dr. Justice Vidyut Ranjan Sarangi and Srimati Vijaya Bharti Sayani. Honorable members are pillar of strength in our collective endeavor to protect and promote human rights of all. I also welcome Ms. Areti Siani, in charge Resident Coordinator, United Nations, who is present here. Thank you very much for your gracious presence. On behalf of the NHRC, I welcome Honorable Chairperson and members of the National Commissions, members of Lokpal, State Human Rights Commissions, Niti Aayog, member of the diplomatic community, former judges, senior officers, civil society, academia, legal fraternity, and human rights defenders. Your presence enriches the occasion. As we all know, Human Rights Day is to commemorate the adoption of Universal Declaration of Human Rights in 1948, a most referred document that continues to inspire humanity's collective pursuit of equality and justice. This year's theme, Human Rights, Everyday Essential, reminds us that right must be lived, practiced, and protected every day by everyone at everywhere. We are grateful to Dr. P.K. Mishra, Principal Secretary to the Prime Minister, who delivered the keynote address at this morning National Conference on ensuring everyday essential public service and dignity for all. Today's conference, coinciding with the Human Rights Day, is having two sessions. basic amenities to all, human right approach, and ensuring public services and dignity for all, wherein eminent person and domain experts will be sharing their insight. I welcome all eminent speakers for sparing their time and be with us. Thank you very much. The conference is to translate principle into action, leading to everyday lived experiences. The National Human Rights Commission is a people's institution. It always stands with the people, especially the most vulnerable who need it most. It is for them. इनफैक्ट हिंदी में हम लोग कहते हैं कि राष्ट्रीय मानवाधिकार आयोग भारत के लोगों की संस्था है, ये लोगों के लिए है और हमेशा लोगों के साथ है. Toward this end, it continues to focus on strengthening accessibility. Today, Honorable President of India will be launching an HRC mobile app, enabling every complaint filing, real-time tracking and access to Commission's various material, information, education and communication resources. Also, our national annual journal in English and Nai Disha in Hindi are being released today. With eminent person penning their thoughts in these journals, it will further deepen public understanding of human rights issues. As we mark Human Rights Day 2025, we affirm that human dignity is our shared responsibility. Madam President, guided by your inspiring presence, today we collectively renew our commitment to building a just, inclusive and equitable society. A society where every person is treated with respect and live with dignity. Should be proud of daily experiences at home, public spaces and workplaces. Collectively, we need to create an environment and facilitate rather ensure that everyone realizes their full potential. With these words, once again, I welcome you all to this Human Rights Day celebration. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you, respected Secretary General Shri Bharat Lal. May I now request Honorable Justice Shri V. Ramasubramanian, Chairperson, National Human Rights Commission, to kindly present a memento to Honorable President of India as a gesture of our immense respect. Thank you, Honorable President of India. Thank you, sir. May I now call upon Ms. Areti Siani, UN Resident Coordinator in India, to kindly read the message of the UN Secretary General.
Namaskar and good morning. Honorable President of India, Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the United Nations in India, it is my honor to read the message of the UN Secretary General, Antonio Guterres, on Human Rights Day 2025. Nearly 80 years ago, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights defined what every person needs to survive and thrive. It was a philosophical and political breakthrough, and it has been the bedrock of our global community ever since. Human rights, civil, political, economic, social, and cultural, are inalienable, indivisible, and interdependent. But recent years have brought a shrinking of civic space. We have grave violations that signal a flagrant disregard for rights and a callous indifference to human suffering. Together, we have the power to confront these injustices by protecting the institutions that make human rights a lived reality. Every day, the United Nations helps people around the world realize their most basic rights. Together with civil society and governments, we deliver food and provide shelter, support education and elections, clear minds, defend the environment, empower women, and strive for peace. But we cannot do it alone. This work depends on all people, everywhere, taking a stand. When we protect the most vulnerable, when we refuse to look away, when we speak up for the institutions that speak up for us, we keep human rights alive. Our rights should never take second place to profit or power. Let us unite to protect them for the dignity and freedom of all. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Today, on this momentous occasion, we are proud to release NHRC publications. I now request Honorable Justice Sri V. Ramasubramanian, Chairperson NHRC, to kindly release these publications and present the first copy to Honorable President of India. सबसे पहले नई दिशाएं, ये हिंदी जर्नल है. और अब एनुअल जर्नल इन इंग्लिश, ये इंग्लिश में जर्नल है. हमारे दो पब्लिकेशन. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद माननीय. आज के इस शुभ अवसर पर NHRC मोबाइल ऐप का विमोचन भी किया जा रहा है. May I now request the Honorable President of India, Srimati Droupadi Murmu ji, to kindly launch the mobile app by pressing the remote button.
NHRC India presents a mobile app to increase human rights awareness and lodging and tracking of complaints. With just a few taps, anybody can lodge complaints of human rights violations, anytime, from anywhere, using an easy-to-use interface. Complaints are instantly registered and a diary number is provided for reference. Track the complaint in real time, get updates and stay informed at every stage. Register for internships and educational visits to understand human rights more deeply. Access curated resources, articles and updates that empower individuals and communities.
NHRC India, a people's institution, always with the people and for the people. राष्ट्रीय मानवाधिकार आयोग, भारत के लोगों की संस्था, लोगों के लिए, लोगों के साथ. We just saw an audio visual highlighting the key features of NHRC mobile app. May I request you to download on your phone and use it to remain connected with NHRC and its activities. Thank you so much. I now request Chairperson, National Human Rights Commission, Honorable Justice Sri V. Ramasubramanian, to kindly address this august gathering.
The most revered Honorable President of India, the Honorable members of the National Human Rights Commission of India, the Secretary General, the United Nations Resident Coordinator, the Honorable members of the International Diplomatic Community, distinguished invitees, the chairpersons and members of the various state human rights commissions, representatives of the central and state governments, human rights defenders, members of the print and electronic media. A very happy Human Rights Day to all of you. At the outset, I thank the Honorable President of India from the bottom of my heart for graciously accepting our invitation to preside over this year's Human Rights Day function. Madam, your presence here as the first citizen of this country is a morale booster for the National Human Rights Commission of India, and we are indebted to you for this kind gesture. Out of 365 or 366 days of a year, some are of special significance, while some days may be festival days of importance for a section of the society. Some may be of regional and some others may be of national importance. But if there is one day which is of international importance for all the people of all the countries, irrespective of religious, cultural, racial, linguistic, and ethnic differences, it is December 10. It is not just another day in the calendar of a year. It is a day which gave wings to the dreams, liberation to the thoughts, freedom to the expressions, courage to the convictions, and dignity to the very existence of the human race. In Delhi, the month of December is associated with winter, if not pollution. But interestingly, it is a matter of coincidence that the month of December at the international level has always been associated with human rights. The English Bill of Rights received the royal assent on 16th December 1689. The first 10 amendments to the US Constitution, known as United States Bill of Rights, got ratified on 15th December 1791, and the 13th Amendment to the US Constitution, abolishing slavery, was ratified on 6th December 1865. There are 9 core international human rights instruments, out of which 8 were adopted in the month of December of various years. Therefore, there appears to be a very strange connection between December and human rights. There are different ways of celebrating an event. We can cut cakes, distribute sweets, fire crackers, have a feast, and make ourselves happy. But a celebration associated with an important event in history, such as this, is not meant for entertainment. It is intended to prompt us to have introspection and to encourage us to redeem our pledge to promote human rights as inalienable, indivisible, and interdependent human values. It is only when human rights are elevated to the level of human values that this celebration will achieve its purpose. On March 27, 1958, Eleanor Roosevelt delivered a speech at the United Nations to commemorate the 10th anniversary of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. In her speech, Eleanor Roosevelt, who chaired the Commission on Human Rights which drafted the UDHR, sought an answer to a very, very fundamental question. The question was, where do human rights begin? She said, I quote, human rights begin in small places, close to home, so close and so small that they cannot be seen on any maps of the world. Yet, they are the world of the individual person, the neighborhood he lives in, the school or college he attends, the factory, farm, or office where he works. Such are the places where every man, woman, and child seeks equal justice, equal opportunity, equal dignity without discrimination. Unless these rights have meaning there, they have little meaning everywhere. I unquote. Therefore, let us take this opportunity to rededicate ourselves to the cause of protecting and promoting human rights. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, Chairperson NHRC, Honorable Justice Shri V. Ramasubramanian. माननीय राष्ट्रपति महोदया की अत्यंत गरिमामयी उपस्थिति से आज के कार्यक्रम का ओज भी बढ़ा है और मान भी बढ़ा है. May I request the Honorable President of India, Srimati Droupadi Murmu ji, to kindly address us and show us the future path. जोरदार तालियां माननीय राष्ट्रपति महोदया के लिए.
Chairperson of National Human Rights Commission, Shri Justice V. Ramasubramaniam ji, members of National Human Rights Commission, Dr. Justice Vidyut Ranjan Sodangi ji, Mrs. Vijaya Bharati Sayani, Secretary General Sri Bharat Ralji, UN Residence Coordinator in India, Mrs. Arati Sayani ji, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Namaskar, Johar, good morning. I am happy to join you all for commemorating the Human Rights Day. It is an occasion to remind us that the universal human rights are unalienable and they form the bedrock of a just, equitable, and compassionate society. 77 years ago, the world came together to articulate a simple yet revolutionary truth that every human being is born free and equal in dignity and rights. India played an important role in shaping a global framework of human rights. Our freedom fighters envisioned a world rooted in human dignity, equality, and justice. Hansaben Mehta, one of the 15 women members of our Constituent Assembly, was also a member of the group engaged in the drafting of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. She suggested a foundational change to the draft. She ensured that the rights enshrined in that global charter were expressed not in terms of the rights of men, but in the inclusion and universal expression rights of all human beings. That such a historic shift was brought about by the expansive vision of an Indian woman is a matter of enduring pride for every Indian. Thus, India embraced the Universal Declaration of Human Rights as a co-creator of a universal moral covenant which resonated deeply with our civilizational ethos. Our ancient value of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, which means that the world is one family, is reflected in the idea of universal human rights. It is only up that India's sustained commitment to the human rights principles has been recognized globally. It is evidenced by our unopposed election to the United Nations Human Rights Council for a 3-year term, commencing in 2026 for the 7th time. Today, we also renew our ancient ideal of inclusion, captured in the words Sarve Bhavantu Sukhino, which means may everyone be happy. We renew this inclusive spirit of well-being of all as a modern pledge, that no one shall be left behind, that dignity is not negotiable, and that justice must remain the birthright of every person in India. Our commitment is clear: to build a nation where every individual can live with freedom, respect, and equality, and where human rights are not only protected but celebrated. Human rights are contained in the vision of our Constitution. Highlighting our constitutional objectives, Baba Saheb Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar had said, we must make our political democracy a social democracy as well. Human rights promote social democracy. Human rights encompass the right to live without fear, to learn without barriers, to work without exploitation, and to age with dignity. We have reminded the world that human rights cannot be divorced from development. Also, India has always adhered to the timeless truth: there is no peace without justice, there is no justice without peace. Ladies and gentlemen, since the year 2019, with a view to enabling a holistic view of human rights issues, chairpersons of the National Commissions for Minorities, Scheduled Tribes, Scheduled Caste, Women, Protection of Child Rights and Backward Classes, along with the Chief Commissioners for persons with disabilities are deemed to be members in the NHRC for dealing with the core issues before the Commission. It is heartening to note that NHRC India, the state human rights commissions along with judiciary and civil society have functioned as alert sentinels of our constitutional conscience. देवी और स्वजनों, ये बड़ी संतोष की बात है कि पिछले कुछ वर्षों के दौरान राष्ट्रीय मानवाधिकार आयोग ने अनुसूचित जाति तथा अनुसूचित जनजाति समुदायों के लोगों तथा महिलाओं और बच्चों से जुड़े अनेक विषयों का स्वयं संज्ञान लिया है। मुझे बताया गया है कि अब तक आयोग ने लगभग 3000 मामलों का स्वयं संज्ञान लिया है। कारागारों में बंद अंडर ट्रायल लोगों से जुड़े विषय पर मैंने अपने विचार व्यक्त की थी। इस दिशा में कुछ प्रयास भी किए गए हैं। मुझे ये जानकर प्रसन्नता हुई है कि मानवाधिकार आयोग द्वारा इस वर्ष आयोजित स्थापना दिवस समारोह के अवसर पर ह्यूमन राइट्स ऑफ प्रिजन इनमेट्स विषय पर व्यापक विचार विमर्श किया गया है। मैं आशा करती हूं कि इस विचार विमर्श के उपयोगी परिणाम निकलेंगे। महिलाओं का सशक्तिकरण और कल्याण मानव अधिकार के प्रमुख आधार स्तंभ है। बेटी बचाओ बेटी पढ़ाओ अभियान के बेटियों की शिक्षा को बढ़ावा मिला है, विशेषकर उन क्षेत्रों में जहां बेटियों की संख्या कम है। मुझे ये देखकर प्रसन्नता होती है कि सरकार की अनेक प्रभावी योजनाओं के माध्यम से महिलाओं की आर्थिक भागीदारी, सम्मान और आत्मनिर्भरता को बल मिला है। मुझे ये जानकर प्रसन्नता है कि आयोग द्वारा सार्वजनिक स्थानों और कर्मस्थलों में महिलाओं की सुरक्षा के विषय पर सम्मेलन का आयोजन किया गया है। ऐसे सम्मेलनों में निकले निष्कर्ष महिलाओं की सुरक्षा और सशक्तिकरण की दिशा में महत्वपूर्ण सिद्ध हो सकते हैं। इसके लिए मैं आयोग की पूरी टीम को बहुत बहुत बधाई देती हूँ। शिक्षा नागरिकों के सशक्तिकरण तथा उनके मानव अधिकारों की कुंजी है। एकलव्य मॉडल रेसिडेंशियल स्कूल और पीएम श्री स्कूल जैसे संस्थान गुणवत्तापूर्ण शिक्षा को सबकी पहुंच में लाते हैं। इन संस्थाओं से वंचित वर्गों के विद्यार्थियों की शिक्षा को विशेष प्रोत्साहन मिला है। देवियों स्वजनों, भारत के लोग अंत्योदय में विश्वास करते हैं। अंत्योदय मीन्स जो मानवता के लास्ट पायदान पे खड़े हैं, उनको हर उसी चीज पहुंचाना चाहिए जो एक नागरिक के लिए जरूरत है। गणतांत्रिक अधिकार को साबित करने के लिए हम उन तक पहुंच जाते हैं। क्या मानव अधिकार को देने के लिए उन तक अभी तक हम पहुंचे हैं? यदि नहीं, आज से सोचना चाहिए। हम विश्वास करते हैं फर्स्ट विलेज। फर्स्ट विलेज मीन्स दो सीमा, भारत की सीमा के लास्ट में जो गांव है, वो गांव हम पहुंचे हैं? नहीं पहुंचे हैं तो आज से पहुंचना शुरू करेंगे। ये केवल कमीशन का काम नहीं है कि गवर्नमेंट का काम नहीं है, ये हम सब का भी काम है। समाज का प्रत्येक नागरिकों का कर्तव्य है कि उन लोगों को भी मानव अधिकार का हर सुविधा उनको मिलना चाहिए। हम लोगों का जो सपना है 2047 भारत को विकसित भारत बनाना चाहिए। इंक्लूसिव का मतलब नहीं है कि कुछ लोगों को साथ में लेना। इंक्लूसिव का मतलब है 140 करोड़ लोगों को पास पहुंचना चाहिए वो सुविधा, जो सुविधा एक ऐसे लोगों को मिलता है जहां एक बड़ा आसन में बैठा है। मैं समझती हूँ जो बड़े हैं बहुत अच्छी चीज है, बड़ा बनना चाहिए। बड़े होने से ना दूसरों का सेवा करेगा, लेकिन बड़े लोगों का कभी कभी पीछे देखना चाहिए। एक लास्ट पायदान पे खड़े होना लोग कितने दूर में खड़े हैं, और 2040 तक वो मेरे पास आ पाएगा तो नहीं पाएगा, तो आज हम लोगों को सोचना चाहिए। इसलिए मैं धन्यवाद देना चाहती हूँ। केवल ह्यूमन राइट्स कमीशन का बहुत अच्छी चीज कि केवल एक दिन नहीं, मुझे लगता है 365 दिन पालन करना चाहिए। सेलिब्रेशन हो ना हो, लेकिन आत्मिक सेलिब्रेशन होना चाहिए, पर्सनल सेलिब्रेशन होना चाहिए। Ladies and gentlemen, I feel especially happy that today the NHRC India is holding a conference on ensuring everyday essentials. This aligns well with this year's UN theme. It also reflects India's focus on ensuring that essential services like health, education, housing, and other basic amenities are accessible to every citizen. Access to justice, especially for the poor, is given special thrust. I understand that stakeholders from diverse fields are participating in the conference to deliberate on critical issues concerning everyday essentials. I am pleased with the launch of the NRC's new mobile app. I have been briefed that the app will make the complaint filing mechanism of NHRC more accessible to all. कभी कभी ऐसे जगह है जहां आप नहीं पहुंचता, उनको पहुंचाने के लिए क्या मैकेनिज्म हम बनाए, उसी दिशा में भी सोचना चाहिए. People will also be able to track the status of their complaints. It will also enable young students to reach NHRC for internship and other opportunities of learning. The NHRC gives expressions to certain ideals of the state and the society. The government of India has been translating such expressions into action on a scale never seen before. Over the last decade, we have witnessed our nation moving ahead with a different approach in entitlement to empowerment and from charity to rights. The government has been working to ensure that everyday essential services like clean water, electricity, cooking gas, health care, banking services, education, and improved sanitation become available to all. This uplifts every household and secures dignity. Over 40 million homes built for the poor have turned the right to shelter from dream into reality. The world's largest food security program reached approximately 800 million people. No Indian should sleep hungry in the mission of the program. Recently, the government has notified the implementation of a major reform through the 4 labor costs related to wages, industrial relations, social security, and occupational safety, healthy and working conditions. This transformative change lays the foundation for a future-ready workforce and more resilient industries. ये बहुत अच्छी चीज है. ये केवल मैं और एक बार दोहराना चाहती हूँ, केवल कमीशन या केवल गवर्नमेंट नहीं, गवर्नमेंट मशीनरीज है, ऐसे ऐसे लोग हैं, आंखें तो है देख नहीं पाते, कान है सुन नहीं पाते, मुंह है बोल नहीं पाते, उनका आंखें बनना, उनका श्रवण शक्ति बनना, उनका वॉइस बनना हम लोगों का कर्तव्य होता है. क्योंकि राइट्स है, गवर्नमेंट दे रहे हैं, लेकिन पहुंच क्यों नहीं रहे? क्योंकि वो मूक बधिर है, हम लोगों को बोलना चाहिए, गवर्नमेंट के पास ये चीज को पहुंचाना चाहिए। Together, these efforts reflect our national commitment that progress must be inclusive, reaching every corner of our country and every segment of our society. Ladies and gentlemen, today I call upon every citizen to recognize that human rights are not the sole responsibility of governments. The NHRC, civil society organization and such other institutions. Protecting the rights and dignity of our fellow citizens is a shared duty. This duty rests with all of us as members of a compassionate and responsible society. Let us resolve to move ahead towards building Viksit Bharat, which will showcase the ideal blend of holistic development, social justice. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
धन्यवाद माननीय आपके भावपूर्ण संबोधन के लिए. I now request you all to kindly rise for the national anthem of India. Thank you, Honorable President of India, for gracing and blessing this occasion. Thank you, the esteemed dignitaries on the dais. May I request you all to kindly remain at your respective places till Honorable President departs. माननीय